We are live here at Phoenix Raceway for heat number 1. Currently going underway right now. It's 8 laps into this one. Sorry for the mishap there. Had some technical difficulties, but currently in the middle of heat number 1 of 2. And 5 laps ago this time by. Top 2 kind of pulled away from the rest of the field. We got about here for 4th place, Johnny Bobby Brown. It's Alex Duchesne there in 37 Machine as drivers kind of duking out here for 3rd place. KLD's up ahead, up the road there in that 35 Machine. It's come to 4 laps ago here in heat number 1. 4 miles to go as well. Side by side there for 4th place, little contact there through 3 and 4. Duchesne get clear here through 1 and 2. Not quite. Bobby Brown on the top side making it work for now in the 06 Machine. Jeffrey Yates gets a bit loose there off the turn number 2. Brown way up the racetrack through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4, looks like Brown might clear it into the dogleg. Yes, he will. And he stays in 4th place for now. Alpha up front. Only still 2.5 laps to go. 2.5 miles as well. Lap traffic could play a factor up the road there. Two laps to go. Who will get to the line first? Comes the white flag this time by. Lap traffic definitely could play a factor here in this heat 1. Catching up to 26 Machine there. Coming to the white flag this time by. Through the dogleg big time, cutting the course as much as they can. Through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4. Jackson Fawn, that stock will win here today in heat number 1. SuperStar ARCA series. Take a quick look at our race results here for heat number 1 as drivers good up for heat number 2 as well. 10 drivers in total for heat number 1 there. See the official after 13 laps there. Those are the top 10 who advance to the feature race. Only 20 drivers in total here for tonight's race. Everyone will make it through this heat. Currently green up for heat number 2 here. We're going off real quickly to take a quick lineup through our heat 2 lineup. Zach Stewart there, Ken Hall in 2nd. Austin Penrod in 3rd, Jason Goldbridge in 4th. Christian Jenkins 5th, Joshua Evans 6th, Adam Beasley 7th, Nathan Ramirez in 8th, Kyle Owen Foster 9th, Ryan Schultz in 10th. As the pace truck is off, as these drivers are going to make it a long way down the back straightaway into the restart zone. 13 laps here for heat number 2 as well. 13 miles in total. Pretty much 10% of the main event. Green, green, green. Away we go for heat number 2. So with a great start there over Kane Hall. down here in the mid-pack there. 3 abreast almost here. There's a little contact off of turn 2. As one driver getting a little squirreled up ahead. That might have been Christian Jenkins, maybe. Yeah, it was. 25 on the inside. There's one driver way up the racetrack there. The 08 machine. Nathan Ramirez hitting the outside wall. And green 4. Comes at 13 of Ryan Schultz there to the inside. Joshua Evans gets around Austin Rod there. Fourth. A lot of battles throughout the racetrack here at Phoenix. Track is going to be very important here, not the easiest place to pass. Get the flat 1 mile in Phoenix, Arizona. Not a lot of grip either off these corners. A lot of slip and sliding, as you can see a lot of the drivers are struggling a little bit with grip already here early on in the heat races. It's Zach Stewart out in front. Big lead over Ken Hall there in second. By the time the wall, it might have been Christian Jenkins. Yes, it was a 95 machine. Over the inside for third, possibly through for the dog leg. Not able to make up much time. Down through 1 and 2. And right to the inside there and off of turn 2. Trying to get the run off down the back straightaway. Not really able to get on that throttle quick enough to have a good run on 39 machine up ahead. As here comes Evans once again to the inside. Through the dog leg he goes. And he'll clear easily for third place, and Penrod trying to follow him through there. As side by side, a little loose there behind 13 machine. Oh, trying to save it around goes Ryan Schultz there, right in front of the field. No one hits him. He'll gas it back up and lose control of the rear end. He'll have to reset down pit lane. There was a lot of track position there for the start of this one. Still a long race in the main event, 134 laps in total, so there's a long way to go in the main event to make up those positions lost right there. Apparently, most positions gained so far is Joshua Evans, up 3 spots, up to third, starting in 6th place. Great job so far for 39 machine. Kind of a battle in the mid-pack right here for around 5th. I was single file 4 cars deep. Not really too close to get enough to make something happen, but one driver up ahead makes a mistake possibly. Drivers behind could have the opportunity to pounce here. Get into that top 5 spot and get a better spot, starting spot for the main events. See what happens right now. Out in front though, Zach Stewart, big lead over the rest of the field. Out here for 6th place, Christian Jenkins and Adam Beasley side by side here for 5th and 6th. Jenkins might be doing a crossover move here, possibly off of turn 2. Not quite there enough. The nice front end there, that Ford Mustang, that racing paint scheme. Apparently Beasley still up ahead in 5th. as we come to the white flag this time by for Zach Stewart. Zach Stewart take the white flag this time by. With 1 more mile to go around Phoenix Raceway. Big thing around maybe last ditch effort here on Evans is contact behind Nathan Ramirez. Kyle Owen Foster there, spinning off of here, turn number 2, coming to the check flag this time by. Let's take a quick replay of what happened there. Foster right behind Ramirez, a little contact there off with 2. Keep it back going, I think. Foster just let Ramirez by there, just you know, kind of sorry, you know, I caused that incident type of thing. But take a quick look at our race results here in a moment for heat number 2, as these drivers will have a quick little warm-up session, about 3-4 minutes warm-up session to get 100% ready for tonight's main event, 134 laps. And all drivers will be in this race, even if they did wreck in the heat races. No damage will be continued into the main event. But we're gonna take a quick break. Right back here from Phoenix. Back live here at Phoenix Raceway. It's currently gearing up for the main events here tonight. 134 laps in total. Take a quick look. Our starting lineup here for tonight's Road Skill Recovery and Excavation Service LLC 134 Phoenix Raceway. And on pole position is David McCall. Devin Mayfield will be in second alongside him. There is not in heat races. Also our heat race winners right now here. This track is Jackson Feinstock in third and Stack Stewart in fourth. In fifth will be Anthony Ellie. Sixth will be Caden Hall. Dale Deese will be seventh. Joshua Evans in eighth. Johnny Bobby Brown in ninth. Austin Rod in 10th. The rest of the field will be flashing on your screen as well. About to go green as the top two already having black flags already. Tonight's race. Before we even get going. Those 22 cars will hit the grid. And green flag is out. We're underway here at Phoenix. A great launch there as Kevin Mayfield blinks out there for a moment. They're just side by side here for the race lead down in turn number 1 and 2. The top two already having penalties, black flags, I believe, jumping the pace car possibly. As if they're coming out pit lane and observe that quickly as it does get cleared, which it might, and yes it has. Anthony Elliott puts himself up to second already here on the start. Jackson Feinstock up in fifth, losing some positions. Down 2 positions already is Johnny Bobby Brown up to sixth, up 3 positions already on the start. Milo Novitz there in the 26 machine, he's up 5 positions already on the start on the opening lap. As on the outside wall he goes. We got car spin there. It's Kyle Owen Foster, but we stayed green for now. Out front, Devin Mayfield still leads early on in this one. Lap 3 complete so far. Side by side for third there. Kel Deese. Fourth, excuse me. Ooh, Kel Deese a bit loose there. Hits the outside wall, tries to save it. Keeps it off of the 61 there, Jackson Feinstock. Luckily for Feinstock there. Kel Deese was keeping him safe a little bit. He put himself in the outside wall. Make sure he does not hit that 61 machine. But the top 3 pulled away big time now over the rest of the field. Big pack of cars right now here and down the mid-pack. They're up upper pack. Back Stewart there in the 77 machine. All the back bumper of Kel Deese. Kel Deese actually last week's winner at Daytona in a dramatic fashion. Absolutely crazy finish coming to the line there. Phoenix a lot different obviously than Daytona, the season opener, but so far, oh, there's one car loose behind us. Bobby Brown there. Slideways through 1 and 2. He keeps it straight for now down the back straightaway. Outside of him is Joshua Evans. He'll clear for 8th places. Shane up to 9th, possibly might clear Bobby Brown here. Yes, he will. And some drivers like to use the dogleg early on. We got side-by-side battle for the race up here. Anthony Ellie side-by-side the inside of Evan Mayfield. That 20 machine. David McCullough there behind him. Kind of watching these two battle it. Duking out right in front of him. Go on board with that 5 machine currently. Some little contact there for the race lead there. Anthony Ellie trying to get around Devin Mayfield, excuse me. Devin Mayfield, our race leader currently. As the top 3 have really checked out from the rest of the field. You guys see the top 3 right now, and you see the bunch of bows behind them is Zach Stewart trying to get around Jackson Feinstock there. Fourth. Stewart will clear down in turn number 1. You gotta try to set his sights now on the top 3. As they're duking out here, cars are on the wall, both of them, the top 2. As Mayfield hits the wall pretty hard off of turn number 2 there. Nearly 9 laps down from the 10 laps right now. 10 laps down on this one. And we're so far still green here so far here at Phoenix. Phoenix not typically historically known as the most clean racetrack, I would say, in the iRacing service, but so far these drivers going on a good show. It'll kind of spread out quite a bit quickly early on here tonight. I see a shot there, the whole field go by. The top three still have a pretty big gap over Zach Stewart. That 77 machine, about 1.5 seconds is the gap between 77 and the top three. Kind of a spread out field for the most part. Some battles right here. That's Jeffrey Yates right there and Austin Penrod side by side there for the 13th place in the pack here. Right around pretty much right dab in the middle of this pack. I put a poll in the chat there to see if we will have green flag pit stops. Apparently, everyone's saying yes so far, but we'll see if we will. I believe the pit window would probably be around like 60 laps or so, maybe around the halfway point, maybe a one-stop race here tonight at Phoenix if we do go green all 134 laps, but that's definitely not the most likely. Apparently still battling up for the race lead here. Devin Mayfield doing a good job just hanging on, saving his tires, I think, as Zach Stewart might have got a bit loose there off of turn number 2. The field kind of just spread out here, just kind of taking it easy, saving them tires as David McCullough to the inside. With Anthony Ellie. The lights are turned on here at Phoenix Raceway, so it's definitely gonna go into nighttime. Apparently right now in sim it is 7 o'clock, so race will end probably around in sim time 8:15, 8:30 maybe at the latest. So we definitely probably will see sunset in nighttime here in Phoenix. So these two battling it out. It's gonna allow Devin Mayfield to pull away a little bit. Here comes David McCullough again to the inside. Side by side is Ellie almost hits the outside wall there off of turn 2. There goes David McCullough. All to the inside, and he'll clear easily for a second. Now he's going to try to chase down the race leader of Devin Mayfield up ahead. We'll see what he can do here. No one really side by side on the racetrack currently. Christian Jenkins right here is close to Alex Duchesne right there. That 37 machine is for a top 10 spot here as Duchesne in the outside wall pretty hard, and it's going to allow Jenkins to clear easily for the top 10 spot. His car blown up, possibly smoking on the pit lane. As that's Jonathan Higdon. Yeah, down pit lane, blown up. Not sure what happened to that 6 machine. Maybe downshifted down the turn. Ooh, that's Very strange. We'll go on board with a 6 machine. I downshifted. Yeah, downshifted and blew up the engine. Not something you see a lot here. I don't think in ARCA cars you're supposed to downshift. I know in the next gen at least you do downshift, but not so much in ARCA. Unfortunate for him, his night will end early here on lap 20. Zach Stewart is actually catching up to Anthony Ellie. Ellie for that top 3 spot. And Jim Kala, well, closing on Devin Mayfield as well for this race lead here. About half a second separates these two drivers, first and second. Go on board with our race leader currently. Looks like we have our first yellow of the night here in lap 22, 23. We'll see what happened there. On board with Evan Mayfield there as we were slow car. Looks like it's 51, possibly. It's 31. It was backwards there, but we'll see what happens to that 31 machine. It was just some contact out. Oh, big, massive wreck down in turn number 2. 1-2. Not sure what exactly caused that one initially. Now RG Bargy maybe. Starts all the way back here possibly. So Austin Penrod there. 31. On the outside wall. Spencer Murr there on the top side. Looks like Penrod just came up the racetrack just a bit too much and collected those two gyros as well. Pretty Kozak there. Not sure how much damage that 16 machine had. A broken bumper. That's gotta be pretty significant damage. I think his right front also broke as well, so he's probably gonna be out here tonight early on. Here on lap 23. First caution of the night here on lap 24. A nice solid green flag run there. 22 laps in total. We'll see what these drivers do. I expect most people to come down pit lane, maybe take some tires. Looks like they won't. So anyone come down pit lane, looks like one driver will. As a 5 machine who was in second place of David McCullough. There. So it looks like we're going back green this time by pretty quickly. It pulls off. About to go back green here at Phoenix. The restart zone to go. Green flag is out here for Devin Mayfield on the lap pedal quickly. He'll clear Anthony Ellie down in the dog leg. Behind him, Zach Stewart, Kane Hall side by side as all clears for 4th. Looks like here. Down there, turn 1 and 2. Onstock on the top side trying to make it work for now. Move Onstock on the outside wall just a little bit there. Down the back straightaway. Kane Hall outbreak him. No, he won't. Onstock stays in 4th for now. As KLD's on the outside, ripping that top side through 3 and 4. Trying to make up some spots here on the outside line. Not the most conventional way here at Phoenix, but he's making it work in that 35 machine. He's going to try to move himself in the top 5, and yes, he will off of turn number 2. Devin Mayfield, Anthony Ellie up ahead. Good to get out here for the race lead here on lap 30 and 28. Car on the wall, I think that's Bobby Brown there, probably, no, it's Joshua Evans, excuse me. On the outside wall there off the turn number 2. There's a spot for Bobby Brown. And so it's up to 9th place is David McCullough. Has a black flag penalty. Not sure exactly what for, but he still has not served it. Not sure that will get clear for that 5 machine. He's the only driver to pit last time by. As here comes Anthony Ellie for the race lead here off of turn number 4. As they're side by side, 2 abreast here down the front straightaway at Phoenix. Oh, yeah, dog leg just a little bit there. Here we see a slide job move here from that 60 machine on the 28. Not quite enough momentum down in turn number 1 off of turn 2. Mayfield gets a great run, and here comes Stewart to the inside. Stewart pulls alongside that 60 machine. Ellie gonna hang on to the outside for now. Anthony Ellie trying to hang on for a second against Zach Stewart. Stewart is able to clear. Yes, he will. He'll clear right in front of that 60 machine. Now his eyes are set towards that 28 machine up ahead of Devin Mayfield. Just a little bit there. Currently, Mayfield is trying to pull away from the group behind him, try to get a good buffer between him and the rest of the field. Update on David McCollum. He had to go through pit lane. Served that black flag, so he's going to be 1 lap down. He's going one of the only drivers to pit that time with no damage. Everyone else had pitted, was involved in that caution. There's one other driver down pit lane. I turned around. Oh, and Jeffrey Yates. Ooh, Schultz. So he has major front end damage. Not sure what. Actually, contact. Major wreck there in the mid pack. Not see this one. This is about a lap and a half ago. As he got loose there and already hit the outside wall for that 13 machine. As 29 machine Adam Beasley is well involved. No cautions out for that one as they stayed green. It's both of the front bumpers came off as Ken Hall side by side with Joshua Evans as we have a dogfight here around 7th place. In the mid pack as the sun is setting here in Phoenix, Arizona. Joshua Evans under attack from Caden Hall. Caden Hall on the outside. Here comes a 5 machine on fresh tires. How quickly can David McCollum get around these drivers? Get his lap back as soon as possible as well. Big over under there for that 5 machine. This is a lap car in between, kind of just gain his laps back. And goes as fast as he can. Currently has the fastest lap of the race there in 13th. Go back out front. Devin Mayfield currently leads here over Zach Stewart. Anthony Ellie in 3rd. Top 3. Top 5 kind of pulled away from the rest of the field. You got Cale Deese there, kind of in 5th place, kind of the tail end of this train. The Kane Hall, who was in a dogfight, is still in the dogfight here with Joshua Evans. Evans over under off the turn 4 through the dog like he goes. Side by side down in turn number 1. He's gonna clear, gonna try to do a slide job up the racetrack to go contact. But here comes Bobby Brown as well in the 06 machine. He's gonna try to make it work. He clears Hall there for 7. As can he get around Joshua Evans? Doesn't have enough of a run as Hall still side by side with him. This mid pack for 7 is behind them. Christian Jenkins as well, trying to slot himself in game position there as well. Up to 8th place as he's side by side with Hall now down the front straightaway. He's going to clear down in turn 1. He moves himself up 8th ahead of Caden Hall. As we got Spain, oh, watch out, as that is the second yellow of the night, and that's Spencer Murr. Around he goes. Caution here on lap 40. So he's already 15 laps down. I think he might have just came out of the pits. Possibly. So he did just cold tires there. I think did not help his cause. Actually, he was crab walking it. Not sure why he even exited the pit lane in the first place. So yeah, he he's just crab walking. Could not handle it, I'm guessing. Everyone coming out pit lane though. All of our race leaders. And these fresh Goodyear tires on these race cars. Because we're already 40 laps into this one. His first off pit lane was Anthony Elliott, only taking right sides only, I believe, with 11-second pit stop. Interesting tire call for that 60 machine. Not sure if right sides only will really work out here with how loose this race car has been for most of these drivers. About to go back green here. As Anthony Elliott will lead us to the grid here on lap 42, coming lap 43. The restart zone, there you go. Green flag is out. And a good start for the top 3, especially the inside line. Everyone else kind of worked on back to not get a good restart. They're almost 3 wide down to turn number 1. But Elliott hangs on for now. Right side's only good. Almost brush the outside wall off of turn 2. We get a good massive run down the back straightaway. As Mayfield stays ahead for second for now, as Stewart still fighting on the inside. But looks like Mayfield will clear for seconds. As Fonstock on the outside trying to make things work here. As here comes Caden Hall as well for that 4th place spot. Right behind Zach Stewart. Baxter almost got a clear, and looks like he will clear down the back straightaway down to turn 3. Fonstock doing a good job just hanging on there for 4th. Looks like he'll stop behind at 77 for now. Actually, no, he's going to do a crossover move left to the inside. He's not content with just staying fourth. He wants that top three spot. He's gonna be inside through one. Gonna be a little slide job move here. You know, clear for that third place spot. And Stewart gonna do a crossover move. Crossover central here so far at Phoenix. His last 2 laps. Caution flag flies again. It's Cale Deese, last week's winner. It's Alex Duchesne there. As well, going around. It's Ken Hall also involved as well. Oh, major damage. For Ken Hall is one of the other drivers spin out ahead. 15 maybe there, that one. Exactly the exact number on that. Looks like Deese just kind of sent it way too deep in the corner. He's the driver who got the least amount of damage in that one. But unfortunate for Alex Shane there. I think he's pretty much killed in the front end. And also same for Caden Hall. He's bad walking that one. He's going to be out for tonight's race as well. Pretty severe damage for those 2 drivers. But luckily for Cale Deese, he kind of sneaks his way through unscathed. As we'll see if we can speak to our current race leader, who decided to take 2 tires on the last pit stop. Strategy call for him, it looks like not currently available exactly, but only has 2 tires. Tire call there. We'll see how it plays out for him. We're gonna take a quick little break and we'll be right back here on Phoenix. As back live here at Phoenix, about to go green with Anthony Elliott in the race lead currently. Red Mayfield on the outside in second, and green flag is out. Once again, another great restart for our 60 machine as just kind of on the inside, just caught sleeping almost even. Very spread out in the mid pack. It's front four, just really probably the best restarters here so far here tonight. Cars on the outside wall there off of turn number 2 and off of turn 4 as well. You kind of see how little grip these drivers have on the ends of the corners. Just kind of these drivers brushing the outside wall just ever so slightly here and there. It definitely does make a big difference over the longer run if you keep wearing out those rear ends. It just slides more and more and more. Mayfield putting a lot of pressure now on Ellie up ahead. We'll see what Mayfield can do. Is caution flag flies once again. for the fourth time tonight here on lap 52. Mayfield was having a run here at Ellie up ahead. Milo Novitz. There's some contact for the 08 machine. Anthony Ramirez. It's a piece of the inside wall as well. Look at the angle of this one. Looks like Ramirez may just overcooked turn 3. A few times doing that as well. Just overdriving turn 3. Kind of common themes. Under braking, just either locked it up or just overdrove just ever so slightly. Luckily, not too severely damaged for any of those drivers. Just kind of an annoying type of thing. Just wearing out your tires, spinning them out. Never good for the health and life cycle of these Goodyear tires. Guys, I'm going to take another quick little break and we'll be right back here from Phoenix Raceway. Back live here at Phoenix Raceway, about to go back green here, coming lap 56. Green flag is out. Really great reset for race leaders. Anthony Ellie got to clear down and turn number 1 easily. It's side by side for second. Here comes Fonstock to the inside. Slide job ahead of Mayfield. Mayfield might cross him over. Not quite. Off of turn number 2. Looks like Mayfield will stay behind in third for now. Zach Stewart in fourth place. And behind them, David McCall makes his way up to fifth place after an early race penalty. Made himself one lap down, got his lap back, and has fought himself back up to fifth place. He was really quick here early on in tonight's race. Back to the inside goes Mayfield. For second, he'll clear that 6-wheel machine. Now, Anthony Ellie try to pull away from the rest of the field. Currently has a second gap lead over these drivers behind. And you also remember he only took right sides only in that pit stop. The first and only pit stop so far tonight is yellow flag. He's back out here at Phoenix. It looks like it's Alex Shane there again around that 37 machine. And turn 3 and 4 looks like it's a trouble shot. Now turn 3 and 4. So it's light contact there between him and Austin Penrod. Down on the inch to turn 3. I really didn't know he was going to be inside there, and obviously a little bit of a late send maybe there from Shane being there, but anyways, we go back under yellow here on lap 58. 5th yellow of the night. Pace truck pulls off once again, about to go back green here from lap 61. Blue shirts on the go once more. A green flag is back out. We're underway here, back underway here at Phoenix Raceway. As Anthony Elliott with the good restart there. Devin Mayfield trying to hang on the second now on the outside. They do so through 1 and 2. Not quite yet clear. Down the back straightaway he goes. He'll clear for second. But here comes David McCullough there on the outside. Able to do much there. Zach Stewart his nose on the inside there, looking from turn 3. Now, here comes some contact there in the back. That's Joshua Evans and Christian Jenkins making some contact. The battle for third place up ahead. Paula will clear for third. It's Devin Mayfield trying to chase down Anthony Elliott. He hasn't been able to catch him there. We've had too many cautions in between these runs. We only really had 6-lap runs, 5-6-lap runs at the most. Past few cautions. But I think if we get a longer green flag run, maybe like 10-15 laps, I think Mayfield has a shot to maybe get around our current race leader of Anthony Elliott with those fresher tires. On the outside wall, it's Stephen McCullough there. His yards behind now, chasing down our race leaders. Apparently this could be a 4, 5, 6 car battle here in the making. PLD's still in the background there, like great green machine has a shot maybe here to close down our race leaders as well. So Could turn into a 2-car battle here. Turns into 6 quick if they start battling quickly. As the inside goes there, McCall to the inside. Is able to clear Evan Mayfield. Evan Mayfield hanging on the outside for now. Down in turn 3 and 4. Through 4. Looks like McCullough will clear down in the dog leg. He clear down in turn 3. Turn 1, excuse me. Old turn 3 here at Phoenix. Still not quite able to clear just yet. As all this battle is allowing Anthony Elliott to pull away here to about 1.3 second lead over the field. As they're still side by side here for second place, side by side for these past 2 laps. Evan Mayfield trying to hang on for as much as he can, that Pepsi machine on the top side. Still ripping the top side for now. Can Mayfield clear? Keep his second spot, or will McCullough get by here for a second on the inside line? Looks like Mayfield will clear on the top side. This goes to the inside, goes once again. On the inside, he'll clear for a second. Yes, he will. He finally gets around Mayfield. Now he can set his sights now on Anthony Elliott, who's 2 seconds ahead of this pack. As Mayfield tried his best to defend for second, now he's under attack here for third. Zach Stewart, Jackson Pawnstock there. Anthony Elliott looking like a great strategy call he made early on in this race, taking 2 tires only. He stayed out in front for the majority of this one. Started in 5th place, worked his way up, and that strategy call currently has the race lead here. A little past halfway at Phoenix. We have 60 laps to go this time by 61. David McCullough trying to pull up to him and try to catch up and have a battle for the race lead here shortly. It was about 1.5 tenths quicker last time by, as Kevin Mayfield gets passed by Zach Stewart there for third. Joshua Evans and Johnny Bobby Brown there in 8th place, duking it out. In the meantime, we do a little Eller and crank it up here with 60 laps to go as Anthony Elliott leads here at Phoenix. As we're back live here at Phoenix, battle for the race lead is heating up here. As David McCullough has caught up to Anthony Ellie. Through 1 and 2 they go. Zach Stewart also in the background there in that 77 machine. Where will McCullough make the move as the inside he goes to the dog leg? Will we see a slide drop through 1 and 2? Just send it down the inside on that yellow line. Oh, they're gonna do a good job on the outside. Hang on, and here comes down pit lane. Goes the 5 machine. So, for those who said we have green flag pit stops, you were correct. As 54 laps to go, most likely the last pit stop of the night if we stay green. Danielle down pit lane. Alright, excuse me, David McCullough down pit lane. Danielle now getting caught from Zach Stewart as well. Lap traffic up ahead. Remembering that in the name as soon as I can. Is the number 70. There's Jeffrey Yates there. Jackson Fonstock down pit lane as well. The 61 machine. Actually, it looks like David McCullough might run out of fuel there. Very, very slow. Yeah, he did run out of fuel. Wow. Big change of events there. He ran out of fuel coming to his pit stop. You have a very, very slow pit lane. As here comes Zach Stewart to the inside for the race lead. Stewart to the inside. And he booked it down to turn number 1. Not quite yet. Is Ellie going to try hanging around the outside for now? Hang on. Stewart will slot back in line, but as Devin Mayfield comes out pit lane, that 28 machine. So a little comparison here for as Jackson Fonstock got around David McCullough there, all of there from the pit stop. So big change there. As total time, looks like McCullough lost 16 seconds in total on pit road, just from losing, not having enough fuel to make it to those boxes. Looks like Zach Stewart gets around Anthony Ellie there for the race lead. As yellow is out, as that's Devin Mayfield, I believe, spun out off of turn 4, as that changes everything, as only 6 drivers are currently on the lead lap. That's a 6th caution of the night as well. We had 30 lap green flag run there, as wow, that changes a lot, as Jackson Fonstock will get the lucky dog. Wow. I think Devin Mayfield just probably on the cool tires spun it around, most likely. Self spun there in that 28 machine. Locks it down. Yeah, no damage, but that changes everything for these drivers. That just pitted right there. And also Devin Mayfield as well. That affects them big time. In pit lane they go. Who will come out first? Looks like everyone gonna take 4 tires in total. Out they go. The exact steer will win the race off a pit lane, followed by Anthony Elliott and Cale Deese in third. We'll go back here to around 44 laps to go. Zach Stewart in the race. Meantime, we can take a quick little break. Right back here from Phoenix. SuperStar ARCA East Series. As we live here at Phoenix, about to go back green, 44 laps to go. Zach Stewart on the loud pedal, green, green, green here down in the turn number 1, down the dog leg. They cut it easily there. Anything else gonna try to chase down our race here, Zach Stewart, as Cale Deese, last week's winner, trying to chase down the top 2 ahead and go back to back here to start the season at Phoenix. Anthony Elliott around to the inside, gonna peek his nose to the left rear of Zach Stewart. To stay behind for now. How aggressive will he be? So it's 42.5 laps to go. It doesn't have to be super aggressive right now, but the longer he waits, the more better chance Zach Stewart has of winning tonight's race, as the tires are going to start wearing out. It's not the easiest place to pass as well. As up the racetrack goes Stewart, to the inside goes Ellie, as Anthony Elliott will take the race lead down in turn 1. He'll clear easily from Zach Stewart. Johnny Bobby Brown in 4th place, going to try to get the 3rd to the inside of Zach Stewart as Cale Deese gets around Zach Stewart for 2nd. Here comes Bobby Brown to the inside. Can he clear Zach Stewart in that 77 machine? Stewart seems like he's a little bit better longer run car here tonight. So if we get a long green flag run, watch out for Stewart. He can maybe make some damage done here late in this race. Possibly. Also, if we get another late race caution, that could really shake things up as well. As we're under 48 laps to go here at Phoenix Raceway, the sun is setting. Not currently pitch black quite yet, but we're slowly but surely getting to that point in the next minutes. Zach Stewart. Bobby Brown still kind of just nose to tail right now as Anthony Elliott continues to pull away from the rest of the field. At least got 1 second left. Killed. He's kind of maintained right now on Anthony Ellie. Trying about the gap under a second still, kind of that second range or so. We'll see if we can do anything on this longer run. One driver, like I mentioned, watch out for is Zach Stewart. He's really good in the long run, it seems like, here tonight so far. Currently, we have been green for around 12 laps or so. 12, 11 laps. Looks like Dees gets a bit tight through 3 and 4. Bobby Brown to get to the inside. He'll clear for that second place spot on Cale Dees. Cody's doing a good job just to maintain his third place spot ahead of Zach Stewart. Anthony Elliott just continues to pull away from the rest of the field with 29 and a half laps to go. Zach Stewart kind of finding his rhythm now here. It's kind of like what I was talking about, the long run. Zach Stewart doing a really good job. I just trying to get side by side with Bobby Brown. He'll clear for second now. Gap 2.2 seconds over Anthony Ellie. Got to get around a 10th of lap to try to get up to that 60 machine and have a chance at the win. If he can do so here. Gap is shrinking here quite a bit. We'll take a quick look at the top three. Not top three. The last 3 lap times between these two drivers. Last few laps here, Zach Stewart has closed the gap down. This time another 10th and a quarter. Close down for Zach Stewart on Anthony Ellie. Zach Stewart do something here, especially with lap traffic up ahead. They'll probably slow down Anthony Ellie just a little bit. All he needs to maybe get up to the race lead and has a chance at winning. Half attempt that time by. Let's see, but he just slowly but surely catches up to him. That would change everything. We still have quite a bit to go. Still 21 laps to go this time by. A lot can still happen. The caution flag could fly. Lap traffic could also play a factor as well. So trying to close the gap down and take another quick look at the last few laps. He also had to battle through some lap traffic as well, which did not help his case, but he is through the lap traffic. Really the closest battle on the racetrack as interesting. Jackson Vonstock down pit lane here, taking tires. Don't believe you have to pit again here tonight. But if you do, that could really change a lot for the night's race and put a wrench in things if they do have to pit one more time. With 15 laps to go this time by, the gap now 1.5 seconds between these top two. Lap traffic, one car in between them. Will Zach Stewart get around this lap traffic pretty easily? I believe it is Gregory Jeffrey Yates, not Gregory. Sorry about that, but Jeffrey Yates, the lap traffic right there, is Zach Stewart got around him pretty easily there. It's gap down under 1.5 seconds now. Can Stewart do something here? Now 14 laps to go. Let's take a quick another look at the last few laps. Stewart just slowly but surely gain that time. That's all he really needs to do, just slowly but surely gain that time. He doesn't need a bunch at once. Just a tenth or so a lap, give or take, and he can close that gap down, have a chance at the win. All you can really ask for here is a chance at victory. That's what Zach Stewart has here, is the gap down to 1 second with 13 laps to go. Lap traffic once again. 95 there, Christian Jenkins kind of on the inside of the way of Anthony Ellie. Jenkins got on the outside wall there, giving these drivers as much room as they can. Zach Stewart, gap down under a second. We have a caution on the racetrack as Austin Penrod around, and with 12 laps to go, that's going to bunch the whole field back together. That is not what Anthony Ellie wanted, or Zach Stewart as well. I think Penrod just self-spun there on the cold tires, maybe. He just pitted last lap. Yeah, that's what happened. When will these drivers come down pit lane? We'll following up here, going green with 8 laps to go. Anthony on the inside, Zach Stewart on the outside. Coming into the restart zone, and green flag is back out. Ellie with a great launch on the inside. 8 laps to go. Top 2 single filing out. Gonna be most likely a dual gear for the race win here in the desert. Under the lights here at Phoenix. Behind them, Johnny Bob Brown clears KLD's 4th, 3rd. Taking Joshua Evans as well. On the outside wall. Stay tuned for now. Here come lap 7 to go. Will Zach Stewart use the bumper on Anthony Ellie? as caution is out here with 6 laps to go. Looks like Zach Stewart was looking to make a move there. Like Alex Machine around there again. Ooh. Give him a call around as well. Looks like he got completely sideways and leads you to turn number 3. Not sure what happened there to that 5 machine. Locked it up and tried to save it, but around they go. Heavy damage for that 37 machine in the rear end, but look like for David McCullough, not too badly damaged. Looks like we might have a green-white checkered situation possibly. Your 8th caution of the night right now. Looks like it'll be a 3-lap shootout here at Phoenix. Here they go to the restart zone for the most, could be the last time tonight. It's Anthony Ellie on the loud pedal here early on. 3 laps to go, 3 miles at Phoenix. Can Ellie hang on here from the Zach Stewart attacking? Ellie sends it deep into turn 1, 2, 1. Coming out so well, I believe that's Joshua Evans. As here comes Zach Stewart to the inside. He has a run down the back straightaway. He goes down to turn number 3. Ooh, car in the wall. Hard hit for Gildees. He stays low. We keep it green for now. Anthony Ellie now still in the race lead. Zach Stewart in second. 2 laps to go this time by. Stewart to the inside. It's going to be side by side down to number 1. Will Stewart do a little slide job? No, he's got to back out of it. Ellie sends it in deep on the outside. With good momentum through in the middle of the corner off of turn number 2 as it's a dead heat down the back straightaway coming the white flag this time by. Ellie gonna clear, gonna send it deep into turn 3. May overdrove the corner just a little bit. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. Who leads to the white? Looks like Anthony Elliott's contact made. Stewart around. Stewart spinning into the inside in the dog leg. As here comes Johnny Bobby Brown up to second place and Devin Mayfield up to third. As Anthony Elliott gonna try and hang on for one more corner down the back straightaway he goes. Bobby Brown gonna do a last-ditch effort, but it's not gonna be enough. Anthony Elliott off of turn 4 hangs on and wins here tonight at Phoenix in a dramatic fashion with 3 laps straight out there. What a finish that was between him and Zach Stewart. Some contact there. Down in the dogleg on the white flag. Stewart is not happy about that one. He'll end up in 7th place. Anthony Elliott is our race winner here at Phoenix. As Anthony Elliott just go park in and pit lane. So we take a quick break. Right back with our top three interviews after this one. We're back live here at Phoenix Race. We're going to take a quick look at our final race results here for tonight's Pro Skill Recovery and Excavation Services 134. Anthony Elliott will rate your race winner as Johnny Bob Brown will be in second, Evan Mayfield in third, Joshua Evans fourth, Steven McCullough in fifth, Jackson Bonstock in sixth, Zach Stewart seventh. Heartbreaking result for him. At least had second, possibly, with some contact between him and Anthony Elliott on the last lap. Excuse me, last lap in the dog leg after the white flag. And fortunate for him, as we haven't really seen that good battle there comes with the whites from the checkered. But he'll still be in seventh place, so not a terrible result for him. As Kel Diesel in eighth, Jeffrey Yates ninth, and Alex Payne in 10th. Christian Jenkins 11th, Austin Penrod in 12th, Kyle Owen Foster in 13th, Caden Hall 14th, Milo Novitz in 15th, Anthony Ramirez in 16th, Brian Schultz in 17th, Aaron Beasley 18th, Spencer Murr in 19th, Cody Kozak in 20th, 21st, Jonathan Ignan, 22nd, Jason Holden. We'll bring in our race winner here of Ellie. Hello, Anthony. This is Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You pick up the race win here tonight at Phoenix. You had a two-tire call early on in the race. Kyle got you the race lead, and you kind of didn't really look back after that one. Talk us through that race and also the final, pretty much three-lap shootout at the end there as well.
Yeah, so I did a tire run in practice, and I found that on a 40-lap run, the left sides only went down like 5%. So I used it to get the track position and take control of the lead, and then the late race cautions caused a little bit of havoc. And I want to apologize to the 77. It wasn't my intention to get into him coming to the white. I thought he was going to cut the dog leg. He had the last two laps before, but really worked hard for it, and yeah, just had to take control of the lead from the beginning.
Yeah, how hard was it to pass there? I mean, here Phoenix historically not the easiest place to pass at. How important was track position once you got it?
So I really struggled in the dirty air. Um, that was the whole point behind the two tire change is I couldn't get by the leader even though I felt like I was faster. Um, and then once I got to the lead, I just tried to use the dirty air to my advantage.
And you did so pretty well, picking up the win here tonight. Anyone like thank for tonight's win here at Phoenix?
Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out to Savage House Racing, Savage House Performance, Vic, Ryan, Easy, Jason, everybody at the team.
Well, congrats on your win here tonight at Phoenix, and we'll see you next week here in the SuperStar East Series.
Thank you.
That was Anthony Elliott, our race winner. Let's see if we can bring in our second place finisher of Johnny Bobby Brown. See, it doesn't look like he is. We'll see if third place is Devin Mayfield, and yes, he is. Shortly. Hello, Devin. This is Booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You round yourself off in the third place there. Kind of had the unlucky situation happen with you when the caution coming out there, trapping you, I believe, a lap down as soon as you pitted. I mean, Spain out there once you have the cold tires, but you worked your way back up after some of those cautions, late race cautions, up to third place. Talk us through your race overall.
Well, my spin was just a rookie mistake. I mean, gotta happen to us all at some point, so I don't blame anyone but myself for that. But late race caution there at the end really helped me out, and just got lucky with how the pit strategy worked out at the end.
Yeah, overall, you still had a really solid run, started in second and finished in third. Anyone like thank for tonight's good run here at Phoenix?
I'd like to thank Pepsi and then my teammate, because after he crashed out, he was my spotter, so helped me a lot there.
We'll see you next week at Vegas.
Thank you.
Congrats on your third here tonight. That was Devin Mayfield in that 28 machine in third place. See if we can bring second place finishers here. Doesn't look like he is, so I guess we'll wrap it up here. Overall, a very exciting race. I mean, we had 8 cautions in total, but a lot of green flag runs. Almost had a green flag pit stop cycle there in the middle of that run, but overall, just a very interesting race. And unfortunately, the contact there at the end between the 60 of Anthony and Zach there in the 77. Unfortunately, you see those two duke it out for that last lap. That would have been very exciting. But that's kind of some racing scene type of thing there. But overall, fun race here tonight. But looking forward ahead, next week we go to Vegas, Las Vegas, for 100 laps here in the SuperStar East Series. And also, next race is tomorrow for the Quantum Continue Series at Indianapolis, the season opener. There for those drivers in the next gen car. And Friday nights, Talladega for the ARCA Cup Series. A round of 8 starts for them. So 2 seasons close, or 1 season closing in the playoffs, and 2 seasons kind of starting here on Legends Race Network. So we'll see you tomorrow night for the season opener, the Quantum Continue Series. So, guys watching. See you next time.